loudest in the NFL. We are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from Kansas City. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Right to the air is Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Able to find Gray here. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mixon with a first down carry. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the lot. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. We're scoreless after 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Mixon is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Dumps it off to Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon from 4 yards out. And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this pass caught by Gray. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Mike Hilton always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. 42 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. They'll try and run it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because...
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes fighting Mecole Hardman. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got a man, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Fights through him. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll give it to Mixon. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Here's a run with Mixon. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it.
The ball carried by the wide receiver. He was taken down at the 19-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Mixon will try the right side, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now Burrow. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Mixing up the middle. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To Mixon on the check down. Touchdown! Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have cut the lead back down to 2. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Back to Mixon on second down. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Cincinnati.
Here's a give to Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown, but no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good. And that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the 4th. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because...
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
And the Chiefs are going to...